ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री अरुणाचलम। Good morning, dear devotees and seekers. Greetings from Arunachala. I am really overwhelmed with your feedback and responses. Very glad to note that these question and answer sessions are very useful to you all. I am really thankful to the Lord for this wonderful opportunity. Today, we shall take a question from one Sri Tulasi. He is working as solutions architect at Microsoft in Colombo, Sri Lanka. He is also part of our youth group, and he is also a devotee of Ramakrishna Mission. His question: Swamiji, my question is about Swadharma. In this modern world, it's hard to understand what my duties are, what duties to prioritize. As a son, I have my duties to my parents. As a husband, I have duties towards my wife. As an employee, duties to my business or company. But at times, there are conflicts and contradictions. Example, my company may want me to go abroad and work, while my parents like me to stay close to them. Or my wife may like a way of arranging home or preparing food, and my mother may disagree completely. Whom should I listen? My father may want to do more work despite his old age and bring more trouble than good. So should I argue with him, or should I silently face the consequences, etc.? Facing these confusions often leave me with worries and makes me ask, have I done the right thing? If God can come in front of me and guide by saying, do this but not this, I am happy to face any consequences. But having me taking these decisions every time makes me think, is this right? Which of these duties take precedence or priority now? Please help me, Swamiji. This is Tulasi's question. Dear Tulasi, you have framed a tough, tricky question in a most beautiful way. But only thing is asking to a wrong person. I have never listened to my parents, never got married, or worked in any company even for a day. Jokes aside, your question about Swadharma is not that easy to answer. Anyway, shall share with you whatever comes to my mind. First of all, you are playing different roles as a son, husband, or an employee, but actually you are none. You are Atma, the self. Please remember this always. I will repeat once again. You are playing different roles as a son, husband, or an employee, but actually you are none. You are Atma, the self. Please remember this always. While playing any role, you have to play it sincerely, trying your best to fulfill all your duties associated with the role. But you should not take any role seriously, meaning as real. Real within quotes. You have come to this world to sort out your karma bandhana and realize this self. Do not ever forget this. You have come to this world to sort out your own karma bandhana and realize the self. All other things though has got its own place in Vyavahara, is only secondary. When this is clear, your problem becomes light, easy to handle. Meaning, this is all in Vyavahara. But actually we have come here for Paramartha. Meaning, to realize the self. This you should always remember. This is number one. Number two, the Lord Almighty has given you the intellect to comprehend any situation. Think about it, understand and respond. Use your intellect, your buddhi. Whatever inputs you have got from your elders, teachers, scriptures and sadhusans are there to help you to think properly and respond appropriately. Use your discretion. As far as possible, try to be impartial and just. Do not lean on to any side except the side of dharma. Especially when it comes to taking the side of your mother or your wife, it's very tricky. It's very hard. That's why I'm telling you, as far as possible, try to be impartial and just. Do not lean onto any side except the side of dharma. Whatever you feel right, surrender to the Lord and do it. Whatever comes as a result, praise or censure, accept it as His prasada. In that process, if you think you have made mistake, never mind. Learn from the mistake and walk ahead. See, in life, it is not that we should never fall, but whenever we fall, we should be able to get up and walk. That is life. Therefore, learn from the mistake and walk ahead. This is the way to go. The idea of right and wrong is very tricky, is very relative. Even wise people are confused about it. Surrender to the Lord. No right or wrong can touch you. In fact, if you work in the world outside without a sense of agency, meaning without the notion that I am the doer, no karma bandhana can touch you. Therefore, surrender to the Lord and go ahead and do whatever you feel right. If there is serious trouble in taking the call, think about Sri Rama, how he would have acted in that circumstances. Rama is a real role model for all of us. He lived as an ideal son, an ideal brother, an ideal husband, and as an ideal king. So whenever there is a dharma sankat, we should always remember Lord Sri Rama. And we should think how he would have acted in that circumstances. That may give you a lot of clarity. If not, just go through the scriptures, Puranas or Itihasas. Definitely you would find answers. Please remember, nothing is new in this world. Sri Yoga Swami says, Ingu oru pudinamum illai. Already great people have gone through the same dilemmas. Therefore, if you go through the accounts of those great people, you will definitely get a wonderful answer. Even if this is not helping you, then Taittiriya Upanishad gives a beautiful answer in the first valli. I will chant that portion which comes in the valedictory address of the Guru. In fact, it comes in the valedictory address. Atha yadite karma vichikitsa va vritti vichikitsa va syat etatra brahmana sammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha aluksha dharma kamasyuhu yatate tatra varteran tatha tatra vartetaha. This is the thing. Meaning, the Taittiriya Upanishad says, consult the Brahmanas, the learned people who are well versed in scriptures, self-controlled, who are impartial and dharmic. Around you, always you may find somebody who fit this description. What is the description? The Brahmanas, meaning the thinkers, the learned people who are well versed in scriptures. Not only they are well versed, they are self-controlled, they are impartial and dharmic. Such people you have to consult. You have to open your heart and you have to discuss freely with them. They will definitely guide you. Live and act as per their advice. This is what Taittiriya Upanishad says. Live and act as per their advice. There you are. You would definitely find a solution for what is right, what you need to do at any given circumstances. I tell you, suppose if you are not able to find anybody around you, such people, learned people, then what? Our Acharya Ji has given a very beautiful way out whenever we are in Dharma Sankat. I will tell you what that is. Go to your puja room, sit in front of the Lord, close your eyes and chant the 7th shloka of 2nd chapter from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The 7th shloka of 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It goes like this. Arjuna submitting to Lord Sri Krishna and chanting this verse. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha pritchami tvam dharma sammuda chetaha yashreyasya nishchitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. The meaning goes like this. O Lord, I am totally confused about what is my dharma. Filled with so much of self-pity and sorrow, I shall surrender unto thee, becoming your disciple. And now I am asking you, tell me for certain, what is my dharma? What is the ultimate good for me? This is the meaning of this verse. It's a most beautiful verse where Arjuna surrenders to the Lord. And he says, now I have become your disciple. And I'm really in Dharma Sankat. I really do not know what is my dharma, what I should do now. And I am filled with sorrow. O Lord, you are my guide and you are my everything. Now you please tell me certainly what is my dharma, what I need to do now. Having prayed with sincere heart, whatever comes to your mind at that time, take it as an instruction from the Lord and do it. Whatever happens, it is His will. You have asked me, na? If God comes in front of me and if He tells do this, I would be very happy to do that. Actually, if you do this kind of a chanting with a sincere heart and surrender unto Him, whatever comes to your mind is actually the instruction from the Lord only. You can take it like that. And go ahead and do it. Whatever happens, it is His will. It is His will. That way, you remain untouched. I tell you, that is the way to go. Because in life, everything is not black and white. There are always shades of grey. So many a time, we are left with this dilemma. Am I doing the right thing? Is this what I should do? In such circumstances, these things will help you. So I will summarize once again. Number one, you remember always that you are only playing a role. You are not any of these roles. You are Atman, the self. This is in Vyavahara. Therefore, do not take it so seriously. Number one. We have come here to sort out our karma bandhana, not to revel in this samsara. That is one thing. But at the same time, we have to perform our duties, surrendering to the Lord and accepting whatever comes as His prasada. This is number one. Number two, the Lord has given you the intellect. So, think about it. Use your discretion. Try to be as impartial and just as possible. Do not take any sides. And then go ahead and do it. If not, refer to the scriptures, idihasas, puranas. You may get a clarity. If not, go and consult a learned person who is nearby you. He will be able to guide you. If that is also not working, the last resort is the Lord only. Go to the Lord with a sincere heart. Pray to Him. Offer everything unto Him. Surrender yourself unto Him. And then pray. Whatever comes, you take it as instruction from Him. Go ahead and do it. That is the way. But the last word about this is, do whatever you feel right and offer everything, saying, Sarvam Brahmarpanamastu. That is all. Just wash your hands, saying, Sarvam Brahmarpanamastu. Everything is taken care. We need not too much bother about all these vyavaharic things. Now, Sri Vivek, a senior test engineer from BNP Paribas, a French bank, who is residing in Mumbai, he has asked another question which is similar. So we will take that question also and we will try to see. His question, Swamiji, as a married person, I see that many of my closed ones have increased expectations from me than before and seem to be always disappointed with my attempts to fulfill them. Under such a scenario, how can I do my best and leave the rest? Their disappointments actually bother me. Is it simple training of mind? Should I have to compromise my own dharma and seeking the higher for fulfilling others' expectations? How can I contemplate when every ounce of my energy directed towards household duties seems insufficient? How do I get the mental energy to fulfill my obligation and still continue with my dharma and seeking the higher? Please enlighten me. A wonderful question once again. A real dilemma. Dear Vivek, I can understand your predicament. First of all, know that you cannot please everybody. In fact, nobody can. Even the Lord cannot. Therefore, give up the idea that you can satisfy everybody. If people have got unfair and unreasonable expectations, it is their problem. You cannot help. Always expectations lead to disappointments only. That is the law of life. Why should you too much worry about that? As you have said, rightly, do your best and leave the rest. If people criticize or find fault, say, Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu and keep quiet. That is the only way. Yes, if you go on living for fulfilling others' expectations, others' aspirations, there is no end to it. And you will not be left with time or energy for yourself or your seeking of the higher. Therefore, you should know to draw the line. While playing your role as a son or a husband or a brother, whatever possible within the framework of dharma, try to fulfill your duties, but not at the cost of giving up your pursuit of the higher. Be very clear about this. These things in Vyavahara has got no beginning or end. As long as there is an ocean, there would be waves. You cannot help. Do not become selfish. Do not try to escape from your duties. But at the same time, do not get drowned in samsara. I will repeat the golden rule. Do not become selfish. Do not try to escape from your duties. But at the same time, do not get drowned in samsara. This is my answer. Thank you so much. Hari Om Tat Sat.